Hi there, it's Kathy Williams. I'm going to talk about family and freedom and a couple of things. I might even say some things maybe I'm not supposed to say. So I've been using the tools of Access Consciousness for about 6 years now. I'm an Access facilitator. And they really are tools for a lot of freedom in your head, in your life, with your family. And I remember, it wasn't that long ago when I would go to my mom's house and be able to be there for about 3 days before I felt crazy. Like, I gotta get out of here, type of thing. So, fast forward, am I supposed to say that? I don't really think so, but you just heard it. So, fast forward like 3 years. Probably it took 3 years to get to this point where I can actually be in her house about 3 weeks without getting to the, until I get to that point of like, And a little bit about that situation, my mother is a hoarder too. So there are lots of rooms you can barely get in. So for me, it used to be like, all this stuff everywhere. Plus, the dynamics of parent and child and all of that. And using the tool, interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Using different tools, like with every point of view I had about her criticisms, her judgments, her stories, and also about my own. Oh, interesting point of view, I'm resisting my mother. Interesting point of view, she's being frustrating. Interesting point of view, there she goes again. Interesting point of view, all of that. Okay, and more. More and more and more. Like a constant practice. Kind of like a yoga practice where you keep going there to get better at it. Same thing. Interesting point of view this, interesting point of view that. And other tools too. Like everywhere I've made this significant, or I'm making it significant. Destroy and uncreate that. All sorts of things. So, if you're not at that point where you could spend a lot of time, where you could spend 3 weeks with your family without going nuts, you may like to join Alan Jones and me in November for 5 days of freedom with family. Because freedom doesn't mean separating from your family, which is a lot of what we think it is, right? Oh my gosh, to have freedom, I have to definitely resist their point of view, resist the way they're functioning, so I can have my way of functioning, right? We see this in 3-year-olds, we see this in teenagers, we may even see it in ourselves. Never done that one, only a whole lot. So, what if we didn't have to push against them to have us? What if we didn't have to push against their reality to have ours, where we could just look at and say, interesting way of functioning. I think this works better for me, this way over here. All right, so you can find out more about that challenge. It's a fun challenge, so not a supercharged challenge. With Alan and me, it's around Thanksgiving in the U.S., so that if you are interacting with family, you have some more ease and support with a bunch of Zoom calls, so you can ask questions and we can interact. And hope to see you then. Aloha.